everyone, Ryan Young, Kama Jiu-Jitsu. I hope you're doing well. This is the second video in a series that I've started in reasons why people quit Jiu-Jitsu. First one was that it was harder than I expected. So if you didn't see that one, go ahead and click on this link and you can kind of watch that one before you get to this one. The second reason why people quit Jiu-Jitsu is they come out and say, you know what, it's different from what I was expecting. Now I get this a lot from women, right? We have more women leave than men, right? As a percentage, you know, we don't get as many women coming in. It's just the fact of the way Jiu-Jitsu is set up. For whatever reason, women account for probably less than 5% of all practitioners in Jiu-Jitsu. It's not uncommon to see maybe 3%. Even look at our YouTube channel. About 3.7% of our viewers or our subscribers are females, and the remainder are men. Now that's just the fact of the matter. Now I looked into it. Now why do women quit at a higher rate than men? Because when you really think about it, women need Jiu-Jitsu more than men do. Men will get in fights, but they're really fighting, a lot of times they're fighting by choice. Whereas women and children, they're victims. So I looked into why women tend to quit more often than men in Jiu-Jitsu. And it really comes down to asking them, you know, what are they looking for? And then when they leave, why did they leave? The answer really comes down to it wasn't what they were expecting. So first of all, like men who come to train, you're looking for a space to, I guess, have an outlet where you can, this is just time that you spend, not really on your own because you're with a group of people, but this is an activity that's for you. The women are looking for that too, just like men are. The thing is though, women will walk into a jiu-jitsu school and in a class of 20 people, they'll maybe see 1 or 2 women there, if they're lucky. And the thinking is, wow, you know, that's a lot of men over here. Although when you really think about it, for a self-defense school versus a competition school, for self-defense school, we're all about teaching people how to protect themselves. In that way, it's really important for a woman to do this stuff because women are more likely to be victims than men. If they know how to defend themselves, then that's a great benefit to them. And they know it, right? They know I need to take some kind of self-defense. But when they walk in and they see a mat full of men, they're like, you know, do you have a women's only class? Or do you have more women that come in? Right? They always ask those questions. You know, the reality tells them they should come and train anyway. And having men in the class is actually a benefit to them because men will attack you, not women. Right? Having a women's only class doesn't necessarily give you the strength, the pressure, and the weight that you would be dealing with when a man attacks you. And women are much nicer in general. You know, granted, they will go for stuff. You know, you do have that woman that is wicked in her jiu-jitsu. But for the most part, women act differently than men. But they don't want that physical contact, constant physical contact with men. That's why you see women doing CrossFit, you see them doing boot camps, you see them doing yoga, you see them doing spin class. They want to be in an environment. Now men can be in that environment, but men are not touching them, right? Men are not lying on them, men are not smashing them. You know, they're not getting the man sweat on them, right? Sounds gross, right? And it kind of is when you really think about it, right? But that's what happens with women. They think, okay, I'm gonna learn some self-defense. They walk into the academy and, yeah, this is not what I was expecting. Now that's the most common thing with women. Now every once in a while you'll have a man who wants to learn self-defense, but he's just not an aggressive type. And he walks in and he sees these guys just going at it. They're very aggressive. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, they may try the class out, but they're already trying the class out with a closed mind, not an open mind. And by the end of the class, they're like, you know, this is good, you know, and they'll say, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And they never come back. It wasn't what they were expecting, and that's fine, right? You want to get people in there who are doing something that they're expecting they're going to do, right? If you meet expectations, then that makes for a happy student. If you don't meet expectations, then you either won't have a student, meaning person will never join your gym, or he'll be there for a little while and then move on. All right, so for those of you, well, you know, what's the solution for this? If you walk into a studio, you go in for a trial or you start training and you say, you know what, this isn't what I'm expecting. Ask yourself, what did you expect? It's always good to prepare before you do anything. So when I call a jiu-jitsu school, I'm looking to learn self-defense or competition. right? If you're looking for self-defense in your school's competition, not what I expected, you're gonna go find a competition, a self-defense school. On the other hand, if you wanted to be the next world champion, you come into a school that does, self-defense stuff, then not what I expected, I'll go look for a competition school. So if that's the case, that's an easy one to answer. But let's say you're looking for self-defense. I need self-defense. You find a self-defense school. You get in that school as a man right now, and you say, this isn't really what I was looking for. Then ask yourself, well, what was I looking for? Well, I was looking to learn self-defense. Check. I was looking to, even meet some new people. Check. Right? I was looking to get a good workout. Check. Okay, well, what were you not looking for? Right? Or what's happening that wasn't what you were thinking? And then ask yourself that question and answer it. And ask yourself, after you figure it out, ask yourself, does leaving this school for another school, for instance, because you can always do that, does leaving this school for another school alleviate that situation or that concern? If it doesn't, then maybe it's jiu-jitsu that's your problem. And if that's the case, that's fine too. Find something that you like doing. If you're a woman and you have that situation like I described, not what I expected, I was looking for more women and stuff, ask yourself, why did I come here? If you're looking for self-defense, realize that men are your best training partners for self-defense. And also look at this too, we have one regular woman in our adult class. Well, two now. But the other one's my daughter. But, we do have, and you might have met Ginny from our previous videos. She's, for the longest time, been the only woman in our school for 3 years now. We've had women come in and out, but none of them stayed. She's always been around. She's not going to go anywhere. She understands, and the men all are there to protect her as well as help her. Right? She doesn't want any help. No, don't go easy on me. But in the end, when you have a 240-pound guy against a 130-pound woman, then yes, the 240-pound guy who knows as much as she does just cannot go hard, as hard as he would on a 200-pound guy. The thing is, though, we're a tight family in our school, and many schools are in that way, and everybody wants to help everybody. So, especially me, when I'm training Ginny, I'm always trying to simulate with her, somebody hitting you, if I'm here, I'm going to hit you from here, I'm going to hit you from this angle, right? You have to protect yourself, right? I want to help her, and I'm not alone. Other people want to as well. If you walk into a school and that's the situation, try to give it a chance, right? Get to know these guys. They all want to help you as well as learn this stuff. And the good thing about being part of a club rather than having, the one-on-ones, one-on-ones are great, but being part of a group is that you have more people you can ply your trade on and more people who can give you opinions and angles on how they do things. If you're a woman and you did a trial or you just walked in and walked out, ask yourself why you went in the first place and realize that having a school with men in there that are willing to help you is a better option for you than going into a school where you have a bunch of women and you're only going to go attend women's classes. Just my 2 cents. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Take care. Have a great day. Happy training. Bye-bye.